Alright, second time's a charm. Let's go win this league title. Hello? Oh, Chris Venables, management superstar. How are you, mate? Good, what's going on here? Oh, the youth intake's here. Brilliant, what's this new goalkeeper like? Is he the Welsh Buffon or what? What do you mean he didn't show up? Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 7, Episode 13 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. Today we have another go at winning this league title. We're going to be playing Barry Town at home. Surely we'll get the win there that we need to win the title. And then it's Partick Thistle in the Caramel Wafer Cup trophy, the IRN-BRU Cup, of course, the final of that. We're off to Dundee, to Dens Park, to hopefully lift that trophy. But as you've just seen, the youth intake arrived and it was horribly disappointing. I don't know where this amazing goalkeeper is. I'm assuming they mean Warren Gordon. But, I mean, no. So I'm really glad we went out and got another goalkeeper. That Estonian international guy is back up, because this guy is not going to make it. Or certainly not as a first choice keeper in any case. You're really the only one, maybe. A 3-star player is not a bad player for us at this point that we're at now in our development. But, yeah, even Tomas Griffith McManamy is probably not going to make it. So, not really one for us, this one, unfortunately. But, there we go. Now, there's one other piece of news since last episode. And that is that we've had the first of our legend retirement, or the second after Chris Venables. And Denny Gossay has retired, unfortunately, 31 years old. He's a very bad director of football. Now, I've had a look at his coaching, and he's not good. I'm trying to sign him as a coach. The problem is that he's convinced he's a director of football. And I'm trying to explain to him, Denny, you're not, mate. You're just not. You're not even a coach, so just take the job as a youth coach with us. He doesn't even work with youngsters. We're going to try and get him in, but he's making it very difficult. I wonder if we can get him as a senior. I've been trying to get him as an under-19s coach. I wonder if we can get him in as a senior coach. And yeah, if we go for that, we're not letting you leave. I can't believe I'm going to offer him so much a terrible coach, so much money. Oh, he wants that. All right, no, we can't offer him that. It's too much. We're also at 1.5. We're going to offer him a lot of money to be a terrible coach for us, and he still won't take it. We'll wear him down. All right, let's have a look at what we're doing here. First game against Barry Town, where we can win the league. Now, what has actually happened, and it suits us quite nicely, is that if we go and have a look at the games here... hang on, what do I want to do here? Focus, Aussie Villain, focus. Let's go and have a look at the league table, because I'm fairly certain that New Saints lost the game. Where are we here? Against Kefin Druids. There it is right there. I'm not quite sure why it's not showing up on the thing there, but Kefin Druids beat the New Saints after they beat us, which means a point... They can get to 79 points now. So a point means that with our goal difference, we've effectively won the title. But a win will make it mathematical, and we'll get the celebrations and everything will become official. So that's what we're trying to do here, is win this game against Barry Town. Barry Town's just snuck into the split, and they are sitting at the bottom of that. With the favourites, as you would imagine, we do have a new manager. I don't believe we've played against Connor Gordon before. He's decent. He's been there for 69 days. Attacking, direct style of football. We're not expecting them to come out like this. We're expecting more of a Rusco bus park, but we'll live and learn and see what happens on that one. They did beat Bengal City last time out, so not the worst. A little bit narrow there, perhaps. Passing network and key passes there as well. This is a team that we're sending out. Now, we basically have a free week between now and the Cup Final. So I'm playing the team I'm expecting to play in the Cup Final so that we all get match sharp. I think maybe some of the problem against the New Saints last episode was that players like Duffy Thomas weren't match sharp. So we're not going to take any risks here. This is basically a dry run for the Cup Final. So it's Rima Miles in goal. It's Mullenstein, Swifty, Gosney and Sears as the back four. It's York and Murphy in midfield. It's Thomas, Dixon and Maurice with Damien Allmark up top. Let's go. So it is the Rusco Bus Park. Maybe he saw what TNS did to us last time and thought, we'll try that on them as well. I think we should encourage the team. Boys, let's start a new winning run here. We could win the title, I expect nothing less. I see, when I put pressure on them, that doesn't usually work. So let's just say, play your game and you'll win. That seems to have worked. We'll just some calm faith the guys that haven't gone green yet. There we go. And let's get out there. And here we go. Yeah, that youth intake was a massive, massive disappointment. So yeah, I was really, really just bummed out by it, to be honest. I thought maybe we'd get a little bit more. Now, I should mention too, I should have done it at the start there. We've got to do our nominees for the Viewers Player of the Year for next episode, the end of season awards. We'll do that in between games. So make sure that you see that. There'll be a little poll so you can vote for who you want to be your Viewers Player of the Year. Here we go now with a corner, it looks like. We get the big boys forward. Where's Connor Gosney? Maurice knocks it in. Back post. It's Damien Allmark. And Damien Allmark gets 26th goal of the season. Now that will equal him a Bus&Brew record. 24 league goals. And if he gets another one, he will become the new all-time Bala Town single season goal scoring record holder. And that will be something nice. Here we go again. Maurice. There's a carbon copy. And this time it's Connor Gosney at the near post. And that's 2-0. And that should be Premier League title number 7 in the bag. It was a carbon copy, really, just back post, near post. No idea what's going on there at the Barrytown defence. 7 goals for Connor Gosney, and we come straight back for a kick-off highlight. And what is going to become of this, I wonder? Can we nick it and go 3-0 up? And we could put up a bit of a cricket score if that happens. Only 26 minutes in here. But if they were to get one back, oh, there we go. Dixon reads that like a book. We've pressured them into a mistake. Murphy. There's a good ball from Maurice. He takes advantage of a poor touch. Can he get the cross in for Allmark? Is this the moment? Allmark, no, over the bar. And of course, a hat-trick will mean he breaks the total goal-scoring record for a season. Another goal will mean he breaks the league goal-scoring record. So let's hope we get a historic moment here for Mr. Allmark. Another free kick. Thomas knocks it in this time. It's towards the back post and it's just wide by the aforementioned Damien Allmark. Another corner. Again, back post. It's there and it's Allmark. Is it? It is. And he's broken the record. Congratulations, Damien Allmark. Most league goals in a season. He's beaten Bus&Brew's record. And that is amazing. And if he can get another one, then he does both records in the single game. And he's got just over a half a football to do it. And you wouldn't back against him the way that we're playing right now. This has been a much, much better performance. I don't know where this was against the New Saints. We could have still had the perfect season on the cards here, boys, if you'd done this last time out. But there we go. We didn't, but we're doing it now. And assertive, do not get complacent, please, boys. And let's see what we can do here. Now, of course, if Allmark doesn't get the record here, it's not a league record. He could go and do it in the cup final. Would that be better? You'd rather do it with a hat-trick, wouldn't you? Come on. Let's go get another goal for Mr. Allmark. He's on a hat-trick, of course, so if there is a penalty, he should be taking it. Here we go with another throw-in. Mullenstein in there for York. York caught in possession, but he wins it back nicely. Uses his body well. Cross in. Duffy Thomas is there, and Duffy Thomas just over the bar. All right, come on, boys. Come on. I should say, too, thank you for everybody who did nominate players for the Viewers Players Choice of the Year Award. I'll explain more the way that I've worked out the nominations when we get there, but we've got 3 nominees this year, basically. So 1 less than last year, and I'll explain why, as I said, in between games here. We've won that ball nicely there. Swift goes early for Allmark. Is this the moment? Allmark in one-on-one. Does he have the finish? Damien Allmark. Oh, I thought he had it. He looked composed. He looked like he was settling himself down, and the keeper's made the save. Corner comes in. Not the best. Headed away. Picked up by Gosney. Maurice. Can he pick out Allmark in the middle? He goes for it. Allmark straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Can we give him another praise? Not just yet. And, I mean, it's been a comfortable win. This is more like what I was hoping we'd manage to do against the New Saints last time out. What we probably should do is just maybe rest a couple of players here. Let's get Lowry on for a little bit of match sharpness in place of Sam York. Let's get Ap Gareth on in place of Duffy Thomas, whose match sharpness is up nice and high now. And, I mean, really, ideally, I'd like to bring Ferguson on for some game time. But the problem with that, of course, you know what I've done there, so let's just do it this way. I've brought Ap Gareth on in place of Dixon, so we'll just make the change there. Ferguson can play as a number 10, and that'll get him some match minutes in the legs as well, which is what we need, just in case we need him in the final. I'm not completely convinced if I won't go with the 2 strikers up top for the cup final. I'm still deciding that. We'll see what we're expecting from Partick Thistle as to the best way to line up against them, but our best team does tend to have the wingers in it. Here we go with Allmark. Is this the moment? He holds it up nicely for Maurice. Maurice unleashes. High, wide, and not so handsome, that one. Come on, boys, come on. Let's get this record for Allmark. Or do we want him to get it in the final, perhaps? Can we give them one more praise? It doesn't really matter. We've won the league title, boys. That's something to celebrate. Well done, Bala Town. 7 in a row. Absolutely insane stuff, but there it is. We finally got across the line the second time of asking. Well done to Bala Town. Comfortable, as I said, in the end. Allmark with a double. Cosney with one as well. Not the best goals Wolves ever scored, but yeah, we did okay there. Don't get complacent going forward, though, boys. Cup final next. So there we go. Bala Town do the double. We're halfway there. We've got the Caramel Wafer Cup, and we've got the what have we got? The what's it called? Welsh Cup. I don't know why I went blank there. But there we go. Another, one legend hails the other. Excellent stuff. Thank you, Mr. Catton. But look at that. 7 times in a row now. That is absolute domination of the Welsh League. There's the medal winners. We can see everybody there that's won a medal. I don't know if we give anybody a first game now, if they will qualify for the medal retrospectively, or if that's it, but we'll see how we go here. Superb in front of goal, Mr. Allmark. Get another goal in the final for us. We'll be even more happy with you guys. Wait right there. We're off to Denmark? Dens Park next. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready for the IRN-BRU Cup Final, but before that, unfortunately, Chris Venables and his under-19 heroes have gone out of the Youth Champions League in the quarter-final to defending champions Inter Milan. 2-1. It looked like it was a relatively close game, but ultimately, I think we were maybe just a little bit outclassed in this one, which is a shame. But there we go. The dream run ends in the quarterfinals for the kids. And some other good news before, or not that was good news, but some good news, I should say, before we get underway here. Sam York, we finally have a player in the senior Wales team. He's been called up for the next international round of games, and that's fantastic news. He deserves it. He's been a really, really good, reliable player for us. Ever since we poached him for free from somebody. Where did we get him from? FN Lido on a freeze. They poached him for free, so it's only fair. But yeah, he's been a really, really good player for us, so that is excellent news. Now, before we get to this cup final, we've got to get your guys' winner for the youth. No, what are we doing for the Viewers Player of the Year for next episode's end of season awards? Let's have a look at the nominees. Okay, so Viewers Player of the Season nomination time. Now, there's 3 nominees. The way that I work this is that every player that got more than 1 nomination by you guys in the comments, those 3 guys have been sort of put forward now as the nominees to win the Viewers Player of the Year. So in alphabetical order, first up, we have Damien Allmark. Goal scoring extraordinaire this year. Looked as though he's going to break all the club's goal scoring records. So a wonderful season for him. He has 27 goals this season, 8 assists, and he has a match average rating of 7.69. The next nominee is Ewan Dixon. He has been, as I said, a surprise packet for me this season, to be honest. It's much, much better than I thought he was going to be. He has 21 goals this season, surprising as perhaps he's been racking up the goals. He got a few early on in Europe, of course, didn't he? Sort of padded his stats there, perhaps. 9 assists for him, and an incredible average match rating of 7.98. An absolute star he has been. And the third nominee is David Thomas. Now, he has 4 goals, but of course, crucially, one of those was the winner, our first ever win in the Champions League group stage. He also has 4 assists and an average rating of 7.23. So there are your 3 nominees. There's an eye at the top of the screen there. Don't forget, click on that, vote for your favourite, and we'll announce the winner of the Viewer's Choice Player of the Year at next episode's End of Season Awards. Alright, cup final time. We're up against Partick Thistle. We are the favourites for this one, only just though. It's a very, very even game, according to the betting. We have played them once before and beaten them, it looks like, which is excellent. Long may that continue. They're a Carlos Pinto coached team, Portuguese manager. We can see all his ins and outs there. They are an attacking standard playing style. Now, they are top of the Scottish Championship, only just ahead of Falkirk, but... Actually, Falkirk has the game in hand as well, so they may not be top for long, but they are top, so it's a really, really good opposition that we're playing here. Have a quick look at what we're expecting from them. This is the formation we're expecting them to come out in. We can see there, they look very, very tight and compact, and 0-0 against Dundee last time out, so they were at Dens Park most recently as well, a bit of a warm-up for them. We can see there their passing network and their key passes as well, and this is a team that we're sending out to hopefully get the job done, and it is the same team that we just seen. So it is Miles in goal, it's Mullenstein, Swifty, Gosney and Sears, it's York and Murphy, it's David Thomas, Dixon and Maurice, with Allmark up top. He has broken the record for goals, league goals in a season. He has 25. The record is 24. It just hasn't come up yet because it'll be happening at the end of the season, I'm assuming. And he is currently tied on 27 with Luke Buston-Brew. A goal in this one, and he breaks that record as well. I'm Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist here at Dens Park, where Bala Town will be looking to avoid another IRN-BRU choke as they face Scottish Championship leaders Partick Thistle in the final. The referee's been trained in the Heimlich and all choking hazards have been removed from the Bala Town dressing room, but will manager Aussie Villain still manage to stuff this up? Kickoff is next. So here we go, everybody is matching up man for man. It's IRN-BRU Cup Final time, and I for one am looking forward to this. Hopefully we'll get a good performance from us. Challenge to go out there, prove a point. I want you to go out there, pick up where you left off last time. Let's maybe go with that. Some calm, we have faith. I don't want to put too much pressure on them again, but come on. And here we go. It's supposed to be a sellout, 11,000 fans, and it looks like a sellout as well. So it's one of the bigger crowds we'll play in front of this season outside of Europe for sure. Now they're looking a little bit tired there at the back. Maybe we can take advantage of that. It's one of these where I really do just think if we play to our potential, then we probably should win this game. Given, that we've beaten some good teams in Europe of recent seasons. But we've seen before, sometimes on the big stage, we don't quite show up. We've got a little bit of work to do defensively here. It looks like, can we get out to that? Get a foot in, get a block in, get a block in. We're doing okay there. Makes him go back. Oh, Omar can't quite close him down. Come on, boys. Again, looks like we're doing okay defensively here, but nature of a highlight is something is going to happen. There's a ball out wide. A little bit too much space there, perhaps. Cross into the box. It's to nobody. We can't get to it, though. We've left a man over, and it's a scrappy, disallowed goal, thankfully. Come on, boys. Come on. Warning shots fired there. Are we going to have another off day on the big stage? Murphy. Murphy's been caught in possession, but done really well to keep it there. Gosney, across there for Swifty. What can he do? Swifty comes forward. Spreads it out. A horrible ball for Duffy Thomas. Mullenstein wins it back. Dixon. What can he do? He gets a wonderful ball there for Duffy Thomas. Duffy Thomas sticks it away. A wonderful finish. A wonderful ball through from Ewan Dixon as well. It's 1-0 Bala Town. And that is what we like to see. Excellent. I'm choking with emotion. There we go. Wonderful ball from Dixon. Wasn't picked out the run of Duffy Thomas. Awesome. And a really, really good finish. No one's saving that. Right up into the roof of the net. 1-0 Bala Town. And that's what we like to see. We'll give him a concentrate. And let's hope that we can defend properly now. And get the job done. Duffy Thomas ball. Back post. Sam York's there. Oh, almost celebrated his call up to the national team with a goal. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's defend properly here. Defend properly. And maybe get a second goal if we could be so lucky, please. Mullenstein for York. Sam York. Heaps the possession. Mullenstein goes past his man. Ball in for Omar. Oh, he's just not quite on target with his headers today, is he? We saw him miss a couple of those in the Barry Town game, and there's another one there. But I'm going to say Duffy Thomas has picked up a knock. That's not ideal. What sort of knock? Have we got any sort of indication as to what sort of injury it is? A potential knee injury. Is it a bruised knee? Or is it something a little bit more serious than that? Assertively, boys, don't get complacent out there. We've looked okay without looking fantastic. The fact Dixon's laid on a goal and only playing a 6.8 is slightly concerning. We want a little bit more from you, please, Swifty, who's increasingly looking a little bit like not a big game player. Certainly domestically in any case. Now, what do we do with Duffy Thomas? We do have Ap Gareth on the bench. I mean, it doesn't... We'll wait and see what sort of injury it is. Because it's outside of the Welsh Cup Final, assuming we get there. We've still got a semi-final to play. He looks like he's bounced back okay there. So we'll see. We'll see how we go here. Yeah, there's no real sort of important games for us to come now. The league's wrapped up. So it's just a case now of getting to and hopefully winning that Welsh Cup Final. Here we go with Adam Maurice now. Tackled away. Guy has it, or Guy, depending on... I don't know if he's French or not, I suppose. There we go. Poor pass forward by Mullenstein. We pressured them into that. He brings it forwards. He gets caught in possession. Again, just manages to hang on to it, though. Dixon for Adam Maurice. Can he get across in? He's got an overlapping run. We're just looking a little bit hesitant getting forward here. That's a poor pass. Murphy wins that back. Dixon. Dixon. Dixon! Oh, just over the bar. All right, let's maybe just take it back off of attacking here. Maurice is having a poor game. Let's demand a little bit more. Thomas seems to be going okay there. I'm looking at Maurice playing a 6-5 and wondering what we can do about that. Ryan Sears brings it forward here. There it is there for Sam York, across to Maurice, nods it down for Dixon. Dixon has a go. Maurice has it though. Can he pick out Allmark in the middle? He goes for him. Allmark! Oh! I thought that was in. Mr. Allmark though is just not quite on target today. We do have Ruben Ferguson on the bench. I'm wondering if we maybe bring him on. He hasn't particularly looked great of recent times either, and he's not particularly match sharp. Bowie has gone really, really far there. A little bit too far for my own personal taste. Twisting our defender inside out there, but we ended up getting away with it. It's a bruised knee. Okay, so it is a bruised knee for Dufford Thomas, so that's fine. Murphy has it now. Look at the space he has through the middle. Can he pick at her? Oh, Ryan Murphy! What a goal that is! Goal of the season, almost for sure. We'll vote on that next episode as well. But that was absolutely insane. What a strike from Ryan Murphy. Only the 4th goal of the season. There was nothing on. He had so much space, so much time. And I don't think anybody expected that. That's a classic. That is 35 yards out, maybe more. And it's arrowed into the roof of the net. And that's a goal worthy of any final. Champions League final, that would fit right in. Excellent, excellent stuff. It's 2-0 Bala Town. And surely now, that should be that. Mullenstein wins that ball back. York, of course, off to join the Wales senior team after this. I really hope he gets a cap. It would be so nice to have one of our players capped in the senior team. Especially since, I mean, he hasn't come through our academy, but it feels like he has. We picked him up so young. He really has developed at Bala Town. Duffy Thomas, there's a good ball actually under pressure to find Adam Maurice. Maurice goes forward to get Allmark. Allmark flicks it on for Dixon wonderfully. Dixon's in. Can he go himself? Oh. They got back okay there. They recovered well. I was wondering if there was maybe a ball back onto Allmark for the record, but not to be. It's one of these things where it looks like he will get it. Duffy Thomas, that's not a bad foul to commit there, mate. You know what we might do actually, given that you're on an injury and the booking now. Let's get Ap Gareth on for you. And we don't want to make too many changes here, so we might just leave it at that. Good win there by Gosney. Can Sears, who's not had the best of Bowie. I think Bowie's had him in his back pocket at certain times this game, but he's done okay there. Here we go with Sears. Forward for Dixon, who's had another just cracking game in there, hasn't he? He has been just a surprise performer of the year, I'd say. Murphy, oh, you can see what he was trying to do there. It's hacked clear again. Mullenstein will pick that up. It's persistent pressure from Bala Towns. That little backheel flick there from Murphy. Full of confidence after that goal, and he should be. Here we go, Dixon. Duffy Thomas. Oh, it would have been a wonderful goal. But not to be. Here we go. If we can get a third goal now with 10 to play, or 12 to play, that will be just about game, won't it? Murphy for Dixon, for Sears. Can Sears pick out someone? He goes infield there looking for Sam York, for Dixon. Dixon across there for Mullenstein in space. Mullenstein in for Allmark. He can't quite get to it. It's not the best clearance. It's a horrible clearance. In fact, Maurice picks that up. Can he go back? He goes, crosses it in. It's headed away again. It's a long old highlight at this point, and it's persistent pressure from Bala Town. Sears with an early ball in. Allmark! Oh, what a save from their goalkeeper. It was a stunning strike by Allmark, and the goalkeeper's plucked one out of the very, very top drawer there to deny him the IRN-BRU record in the final. He's only playing a 6.6 is Allmark, but I think he's been maybe a little bit better than that. He did have that nice flick on to play Dixon in earlier. We're into stoppage time though, boys. We are going to get the second leg of the third leg of the 4 trophies available to us now that we're out of Europe. And that is, well, 1 to go, isn't it? A double trophy winning episode. You love to see it. Rima Miles brings it out, rolls it out there to Sam York. Maybe the last time we'll see him uncapped. Let's hope so anyway. Dixon now with a little bit of space. Can he play in Allmark at the end here? It's Ap Gareth. Can Ap Gareth do it? Ap Gareth goes himself. A little bit selfish there perhaps, but you can't blame him. There it is. We've won the trophy. It's nice to get that trophy back. It's been a bit of a bogey competition for us. Only the second time we've won it, but we've won it in style this time. That Ryan Murphy goal. Well done, mate. You didn't choke in the final. Yeah, look, mate, wonderful performance in front of a big crowd as well. And what a strike from Ryan Murphy to win it. Fans went home happy with that one. I mean, it tops off what's been a really good week for the club. I felt we controlled the game today. We deserved to win. And the fans will rightly celebrate tonight. It's a league and the cup. It's been a good week for Bala Town. victorious Bala Town celebrate famous treble, 1 to go. And like I said, the only thing missing from that really was the all-mark goal, wasn't it, to break the Bus and Brew record. But I'm sure he'll get that before the end of the season. I'm not too concerned about that. We can see there all the medal winners again for the IRN-BRU for the Caramel Wafer Cup. So congratulations to everybody there. Again, I get hailed, one legend to another. What have we got here? We've only won it, twice. We lost that final there, didn't we? To Falkirk. But otherwise, we've not really done too well on this. Dixon, absolute star. Collective bonuses paid out. Well done, everybody. And there we go. Let's have a quick look at the club legend status. I'm still second. I don't want to ask for a new stadium in case it gets called the Callan Catton Arena and not the Aussie Villain Arena. There we go. We can see Ryan Sears now moves into icon status, and it's Reece Williams, Boston Brew, Denny Gossay, who we will continue to try and bring back to the club, and Ryan Burke are the favoured personnel there as well. But there we go, guys. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and don't forget, if you didn't already, go back and vote for your Viewers Player of the Year, because we'll be back next time. It'll be one of two things. Assuming, and it's a big assumption, but assuming we win the semi-final here at home to Catherine Jewels, which, let's face it, we should win. We'll be back for the Welsh Cup Final, then the end of season awards and the goal of the season competition. If we were to lose that, we'll come back. We'll play the New Saints on the final day and look for a little bit of revenge for this defeat up here. So either way, it's going to be an interesting final episode. Hopefully, we'll be going for the quartet, though. Until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.